Jim, thanks so much for taking 5 minutes out of your busy day to chat with us. Let's start with a really fast, informal introduction so that the audience gets a scoop of who's Jim is.
Sure. Jim Sabino, Fixed Operations Director at All American Ford here in New Jersey. We operate 4 rooftops, and we're a big player in mobile service. And my whole career has been in fixed operations from day one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've been doing this a while. Speaking
Yes,
of,
sir.
how long has it been, Jim? When did you guys start mobile service?
Mobile service, we started 5 years ago, and we started with one vehicle. We've expanded now to 11. We have a total of 11 mobile service vehicles in our fleet that operate every day.
Jim, let me ask this question, and this is probably the hardest and the easiest question because you know it, but it's hard to sort of contextualize. How hard was mobile service in the beginning?
The culture change from your staff buying into it was very difficult. The service advisors, the cashiers, the BDC agents setting up appointments, identifying what can be done mobily versus has to come into the shop. But once you get into it and you see the actual results, and they are results, they are tangible results. The proof is in the pudding, and everyone starts to buy in. So it's a team effort, buy in starting at the top all the way through your entire team. That's how you become successful.
You used a word which I think is perfect for the audience right now. Give me what those results are, right? What are a couple of those results?
The results, you're going to see a lot of different results in different areas. You're going to see customer satisfaction scores skyrocket. You're going to see customer retention because you're offering something that maybe a competitor or another dealer or another repair facility does not offer. Advertising, which really you have to remember, these vans are labeled, they're bannered up. So every time they're on the road, you're advertising your dealership, your brand, and your message. Customer satisfaction being to the point I can get in sooner because maybe they can come to my house versus waiting for a loaner car or waiting for, the availability in the shop.
So just to recap, CSI,
Correct.
retention,
Yes.
advertising, capacity. Jim, there's one
Correct.
thing that is always on everybody else's mind. Do you make money doing this?
Yes, we do. And again, admit in the beginning, there were some struggles. We
Yeah.
made some mistakes. We had some hiccups. We had some roadblocks, but we learned from our mistakes. There's so much technology and availability today that can help you and assist in booking these in the most efficient role possible. There is money to be made once you get all the bugs worked out. They reoccur. They want to serve the mobile service again and again and again. So it's a reoccurring visit. It does pay dividends hugely. It does.
You said a couple things, and I want to keep this brief because I know how
Sure.
valuable your time is. And by the way, Jim Sabino is not a Curbee Mars user. He is a Ford dealer, and we know our audience is here. But that's how kind you've been to make sure that you're up leveling the conversation. I'll go back to this. You said a couple things that are really quick.
Sure.
If you were to take two, maybe three things and go back to Jim from 5 years ago, what would be the two or three things that you would do different or the advice that you would give?
The advice I would give in the beginning: start slow. Start with one vehicle. Don't jump in there and get three vehicles out of the gate because you have to learn how to implement one vehicle into your system. You have to get complete buy-in. You have to rally your team almost on a daily basis about the satisfaction that it's going to bring to their customers by offering mobile service. We're up here in the Northeast, so the winters are can be tough up here.
Yeah, we've had a dealer in upstate New York who basically has said they wear these jackets that have batteries and heat packs on them, and he said that way just like in Los Angeles when dealers out here are doing it, it's super hot. In the
Super
Northeast,
hot.
it's super cold. So
Right.
we deal, right. That's
Right.
the
Right.
automotive industry is, we deal with this. So your number one thing is start slow and be prepared, right? What would be your
Start.
last piece of advice to Jim 5 years ago about how do you make money and increase customer satisfaction today?
So scaling always has to be in your mind, right? So one van, listen, if one van works and it's a small operation, that's fine. One van is going to do it. You're going to satisfy your customers. You're going to take care of business. If you have the capacity and the database in your customers, scale. Never assume that the customer knows that mobile service is available. You have to bring it
Yeah.
to them. You have to offer it. You have to suggest it. You have to market it. You have to advertise it. Don't ever assume that. That was one of the things that we thought, we have the van, people know about it. They don't. You have to offer it. When they're calling up and your BDC agent and your cashier is, taking an appointment, they have to offer mobile service to all mobile service friendly repairs. SOP parts installation. This is one of the best tools that can be. Car comes in, we order the part, they leave, the car's not fixed. The part comes in, we bring the part to them and we install it on site. That saves that return trip back to the dealership. You want to talk about a wow factor? That's it right there.
This is amazing. I think one of the things I learned about you when we first talked was that you said how manual it is on what you do. Now you guys are successful, you're making money, and you're efficient at this thing, but you're still doing a manual process. And again, just to be clear, given the fact that you guys don't use our software yet and you're potentially looking at other options, I think it's amazing that you've gotten it to a certain place. If you were to potentially use something, us or anybody else, how much more
Right.
it'll efficient make you guys, the data that you'll be able to see, and then you'll be able to optimize that. So, listen, you've been super kind with all of your time. I thank you
Great.
very much. And, I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is that the dealers that we're talking to that are in the audience get to hear it from somebody who's doing it and
Sure.
has been doing it for 5 years.
Thank you.